Oh, you want to see what I'm doing, right? But listen, come here. Come here. As a young man, you're gonna have to find out your talents. You're gonna have to find out certain things, right? All right, so come here. Need to find out how to tie your shoes. Where the laces after this? Come on, work on your cognitive function skills. All right. Now you got the pen, right? Now learn how to write, draw, get creative. Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother UncleK, and we're back with another one. I hope right now you have a sound mind and a sound heart. Also, I hope you've been having a real wonderful day. Hey, before we get into this content, man, like the content, share the content, and let's get active on this live. Let's get active. And before we start this live, I wanna just give some clarity right quick. I saw a comment on a video that I uploaded, my recent upload, and I had a gentleman say that, he enjoys my talking points and he tries to endure on my lives, but I don't stay on topic. Now, let's give some clarification on this. Listen, when I go live, I want all the ox in the building to commune and to bring forth different topics on top of the topics that I'm talking about. So if you can't take the fact that we're all breaking bread and we all are talking about different discussions, and if you just don't want to chime in, but you feel like you're not getting edified, listen, you can leave the live. It's that simple. But when a brother got a discussion or a brother got a topic that he's trying to lay out, and I read the comment and then I give my opinion on it. That's how we grow. That's how we get wiser. That's how we break bread. You feel me? Shalom, Aaron. Shalom, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you for praying to the Most High Yahuwah for me, man. Appreciate you. I've been feeling very, 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 very better, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been feeling really good. I just finished a workout not too long ago, and I'm prepping some food right now just to eat. But I got some topics right now that I kind of want to get off my chest right now. So, you know, I want to say, when you walk in impurity, you expose the strange lust, right? Now, I'll be right back. Like, give me 30 seconds. I gotta go flip these patties real quick. It's nothing like homemade food. It's nothing like homemade food. We got a pound of beef and a few potatoes. Put some garlic on the side with it. Got some greens. Cut up some cucumbers. Put a little Himalayan salt on there. Get that good flavor. Yeah, so how walking in purity exposes strange lust, right? And when you live in this lifestyle, you don't expect it sometimes, but someone may be presenting themselves in a form, in a way, right? And you don't you don't be out here looking for it, right? You don't be out here examining people, right? Because you're more concerned about your walk, right? You got to work out your salvation with fear and trembling, so you don't really worry about other people's situations. But a lot of times, the way that people conduct themselves, they want to look like, a lot of people out here playing characters. You feel what I'm saying? So when you come around individuals, and when I say strange lust, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these dudes out here, and we're gonna talk about lust in general. How, well, when you walk in impurity and you got that light on you, how you expose lust itself, right? Because people get real animalistic when they come in your presence just by you moving Kodesh. You know what I'm saying? Just by you moving like that, you know, you moving holy, you moving set apart. You gotta be just like the Father. The Father is not thinking about lust. He way above that. And when you're reading the book of Exodus, imagine, well, just know how pivotal it is that the Most High told the men to stay away from their wives for 3 days, just so they could be in the presence of the Most High. Because if they were still doing unclean things, they would have automatically probably perished. They would have perished while he was speaking, right? Because you are considered unclean until the evening when you release your seminal fluid. When you release your seed, you're considered unclean until the evening. If you do it in the morning and you wash your clothes, you bathe, you consider unclean until the evening. Now, if I get into these scriptures more, now if you don't do it, I believe you. If I'm incorrect, you might be unclean for like 7 days, and you're gonna have to leave out of the camp. You're gonna have to leave out the camp if you don't wash your garments, if you spill seed on your garments, if you didn't wash up. Then, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm gonna get into the scriptures and we gonna find out. But yeah, man. Hey, shalom, Danny. I see you. Shalom up. So it exposes it, man. Like, you don't be expecting certain people to move the way they move, but when you come around individuals that's your same gender, you know they be acting real animalistic with their gestures. It's crazy that a lot of men out here, they doing a lot of unclean things, and when you walk in impurity, it exposes a lot, man. It's really wild out here, man. It's really wild. People be thinking that people be out here giving you all this credibility just because you are showcasing strength, you're showcasing righteousness, right? To them, they're looking at you like a whole pound steak. They're looking at you like a whole meal, and it's kind of disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It's really disgusting that people don't have that type of self control, man. And on this side, we like righteous women, and we know that women like righteous men, you know. So we don't we don't count it all joy when women is giving us all these choosing signals. We just see it for what it is, right? And do we do we what's the word I'm looking for? Do we take it as like confirmation or something like that? I mean, not necessarily, because you already know you're walking how you walk. You're right. All right. Hold on one second. I gotta go flip these patties one more time. But yeah, if y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Because you see a lot of dudes out here that be playing like, they about that life, like, they a ladies man and all that. And then when you come in the presence of these dudes, they like they be switching sides. And a lot of men out here, they like playing gangster, but a lot of these gangsters, they be hugged up with each other with their shirts off. You know what I'm saying? In secrets. In secrets. When they locked into them apartment buildings, and they playing that Jacquees. When they when they playing that rap music, you know what I'm saying? And they in there with the bottles, and they smoking that weed, they got their shirts off in private. But when they come outside, they act like, they want them ladies. You know what I'm saying? Then when they come around a strong built dude, you seeing them looking all, acting real feminine, like they into dudes too. What you laughing for, little man? What you laughing for? You don't even know what I'm talking about, man. Listen, let me see you write your name. Come on. There you go. Work on your hair right. Good job. Good job. So yeah, we're gonna get in these comments, and we still gonna chop it up. Hey, when y'all get in this live, like the live, we got 6 people and only one like. Y'all can't be doing me like that, man. Shabbat shalom, it's almost sunset on my side. Sunset's around 8, but we started early. Started my workout around 11. Finished it around like 3:30. I'm already getting to it, man. So Shabbat Shalom to the 12 tribes, man. let me read Kobe said. Ever said, he said, I experienced this at work with weird guys cutting eyes and start talking loud. I get the sense they on funny time. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, man. they be looking like a whole different character, man. You know, and it's like, when you minding your business, a lot of people already expose themselves. You already see their conduct. You already see how they get down. You already see how they showcase themselves. You know, and it's a real thing that when you walking in truth, that those that's walking in darkness get exposed. You know, I believe I said this before in the previous live, but it's like in a dark room when you click on that light, everybody jump. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, "Hold up, man, cut that light off." You know what I mean? you know, but yeah, and you be seeing that all the time. People start talking extra loud. It's a form. I feel like that's a form of. It's a form of. It's something spiritual behind that though, because when you come around and you with the righteousness, you walking with the Most High, you in them laws, the statutes, the commandments, you living set apart. When you start seeing people start talking loud and you start hearing a lot of loud things starting to occur, that's also indication that they're trying to overwhelm you, with their presence. It's kind of like they're trying to shut you down or trying to, get into your space to kind of, you know, just disrupt your shalom, disrupt that peace. That's how a lot of these people move with these tactics. So then he said, it's the gratitude of doing the right things behind closed doors. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because when you're doing the right things, there's no shame in the way you walk. There's no shame in your moves. There's no shame in your eye gates either. You know, it's just in the world we live in right now, everything is exposed. The times we live in right now, everyone is exposed to whatever lifestyle they live in. They're exposed. It don't matter. It's like things is not hidden no more. Right? You got people walking around looking like transformers now in broad daylight. You got men out here that's wearing a whole two-piece suit. And when a suit I'm talking about like a blouse and a skirt and some boots, some combat boots. You know, we're not living in times now where, they're coming out in the nighttime only. They're coming out in the daytime too. And it's people out here that's really hiding, trying to hide who they are in plain sight. But they can only do that to those that's walking in iniquity too. When you're not walking in iniquity, it's more so like things get revealed and people are more drawn to you. So imagine you could be standing in a line ready for checkout, and it's a male clerk, and if this dude is doing some foul, defiling things under the table in darkness, you're gonna see this man start, twitching and doing all types of different things, acting like a broad. You're like, why this dude acting like that? Like every couple of seconds, why this dude licking his lip like that? Like, what's going on with this dude, bro? Like I just got in the line. Like, why this dude doing all that? It's kind of weird. For real. Yeah, that's where the power is at, right? You said people always trying to project insecurities. It's best to give everybody your best. Yeah, sometimes, like, yeah, that insecurity, sometimes the way that people present the insecurity, sometimes it's about them, being loud, about them, being angry, or, just looking at your position, looking at your situation, right? But they don't know how you got to this position. That's why the Most High says the meek will inherit the earth, right? You don't speak about people or how you got to this position because they don't even know your position. Your position is only with the Most High, right? Through Yahushua HaMashiach. So they don't know your position, right? It's just you. We're all made in the image of the Most High Yah. It's those that's not walking in His laws, in His ways, that are disrespecting the image, right? So by you reflecting that same image, by us all being created by His hands, right? They see you and they're like, yeah, that's when they start, acting crazy. Yeah. Oh, hey Danny, his name is spelled in actual Hebrew, so it's Yosef. Yeah. But yeah, he said hi, man. Then he said hi. Yeah, Yosef. Yosef. Yeah, the days are getting shorter. That's right. Days are getting shorter, but the days are getting blessed too. At the same time, especially for the set apart. When we look at the time, we make so much progression in such short time. Especially if you're an early bird, if you're waking up at 7, 8, 5, 6, and you start getting to it, it's gonna feel like you already made, you're making all that spiritual money at a rapid rate. I gotta check this food real quick. So let me make sure this food good. How y'all feeling today though? Since I got my mics, definitely gotta go live more often. Definitely gotta go live. Oh yeah. Man, it's a beautiful thing when you could you making that beef, man. You cut through that beef and that beef perfectly cooked, no pink in the middle. That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. Let me slap some ketchup on this real quick. Heat up these potatoes real quick. You finding something to do? You just gonna watch me all day. Yeah. He said, well, yeah, we made it through the worst. Time to be prepared for the best. Yes, sir. So be it. Hallelujah. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. That's right, That's right. It's absolutely right. Prepare for the best. That's right. I know I'm sliding through the comments, extra slow. I'm gonna speed it up. Let's go. Shabbat shalom. Let's go. About to go to the farmers market and get some cantaloupe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can't get away with nothing no more. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why it's best to cling to our creator. Be the best that we can be, not just for us, but for our family, our brothers, for our mothers, and also for the world. Right? I believe that too. It's when you walk is set apart. You're doing all these things for the right reasons. You're actually helping people without even having to lay a hand on them, having even to talk to someone. By you just being that example, it sets the tone already, right? Because a lot of these young men out here, they want to be a man, but they don't know what a man looks like because they're always on social media watching these goofy, feminine dudes painting their nails, got on lipstick, wearing all these abominable clothing, flared out leather pants, crop top blouses and all that, and rapping about Glocks and hitting the block and, running it up and, dripping ice or whatever it is, all this goofy stuff, man. You know? And when they see you, you're such an influence. You influencing the mothers out here too, cause they want a strong man too. You're influencing these women to get their act together too. You know, when a woman sees a strong built masculine man, that's especially from our generation. You know, they're like, man, there's still some strong men out here, man. So thankful. We be reminding them of certain men of the old school, even though certain generations, there's always a bunch of weak breeds in in every bracket, man. But when you in that millennial stage, you learned a lot from the past predecessors, right? So you still technically move with this like this spunk and this calm demeanor, and you have a very high intellect, and you still have manners about yourself, and you just showcase what a man really look like, and it really inspires them. that they know it's still something out here to look forward to. That's why every time you go out to go check the mail or you go to the store buy some milk, that's the reason why we be having people smiling. But it's still some strange individuals out there, man. It doesn't, like, this lifestyle doesn't just expose strange lust; it exposes lust in general. Women like pulling up their pants in front of you, and it's always some type of subliminal type of, like, body language going on. Looking over their shoulder. You come into the store. They looking at your crotch extra heavy, trying to see if something moving or something like that. It's like, they just too sexual, man. You know, they always looking for something to eat. That's how the beast of the field move. They scavengers. They like hyenas. They just come to steal whatever you got cooking. Feel me? So let's see. It says, see, in this scripture, right? So it says, like, 8:17. Which book is that from? 8:17. He said, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." It's very familiar. That sound like I was just about to say that. I was like, that sound like it's from the Basora. I was just about to say that too. It's from Luke. All right. I was just about to say from the Basora. Pardon me, Joseph. Come on. After you train, man, sometimes that cortisol be increasing. That cortisol, you get a little spike in that cortisol. That's why, you go take a hot shower, eat a tablespoon of raw honey, take yourself some glutamine, just chill out. After training, people be like, you gotta rush and eat something. Sometimes by those levels being so increased, your appetite is not ready. So I don't be rushing to really eat like that after I train. I'd rather just get my glutamine in so I can kickstart that recovery. Get my potatoes as a source of carbs. Eat this pound of beef. Cut these cucumbers up. Some garlic. Get that working. I'll be back shortly. Brief intermission. About 2 minutes. Slash some cheese on it. It just be funny, man. Sometimes, you don't be out here really trying to hold people to a crazy standard, right? You don't think everyone in this world is like you. Right? You don't be out here like, you know what, man? I'm gonna give this person the benefit of the doubt. This, that, third. Nah, that's not how it works, man. A lot of people is walking a whole completely different walk than you, so it's best that you don't even expect certain people to move like you or have that same mindset. That's why the scripture says, you got to test the ruach by the ruach, just the spirit by the spirit. And you should always be walking in the spirit, right? Even if fleshly desires try to creep in, you gotta have this flesh binded by you. That's why self control is pivotal because you're the one that's binding the flesh. You got the flesh in a chokehold. You are the one that's commanding the flesh to be submissive. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people is more so letting the flesh submit them because they're not in the ruach, right? They're not in the spirit, right? everything they do is towards the flesh. So when you come across individuals, they so weak, they get dismantled, right? They get revealed, right? Because their flesh is so activated or immediately it's like even if they try to act like put on a front, put on an act, right? Just like in the book of Ecclesiasticus, man. Matter of fact, we about to flip to that right now. Right, so the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 12, right? Let me read. It says, all right, check it. Right, listen. Check it. So the book of Sirach 12, we're gonna start off from 4. It says, give to the righteous man and help not the sinner. 5. Do well, do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the wicked. Hold back your bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster you thereby. For else you shall receive twice as much evil for all the good you shall have done unto him. Mm, mm. For Elion hates sinners and will repay vengeance unto the wicked and keeps them against the mighty day of their punishment. You see that? Look, sometimes, right? Let me tell y'all, man, sometimes y'all may see somebody out here that's on the corner drinking their whole life away, right? Drinking their life away. You can see them out here hitting that pookie pipe, hitting that fentanyl, hitting that crystal, hitting whatever they doing, smoking a ton of cigarettes all day long, right? And they're gonna try to humble themselves and be like, "What? Hey, do you have a spare dollar? How do you thinking you doing the good, right, by giving to the poor, right? In the same sense, that scripture come immediately in your head that you giving to the Mashiach, right? The Mashiach not gonna be on the corner drinking no alcohol. It's not gonna be drinking no beer, right? You see how you gotta really dive into these scriptures, man, because it's precept on precept on precept. You can't just be on one side and neglect the whole word in totality, man. So it's like you imagine you give $1 to this dude. Now every time this guy see you, he gonna always ask you for $1. Always gonna ask you for $1. Always gonna ask you for $1. Always. Man, I just had to read that real quick because we still talking about, you know, how people out here is mostly in the flesh and how they just be moving with that lust. So check it. It's gonna get a little deeper. It says 7 says, give unto the good and help not the sinner. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart. 10. Never trust your enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness. Though he humbles himself and grow crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and you shall be unto him as if you wiped a looking glass, and you shall know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. So, with that being said, right, when people out here moving with lust, right, when they try to tighten up and try not to reveal it so much, they actually. Pardon me, Joseph. Move over a little bit, please. Move over this way. Move over to the right. 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 Come on. There you go. Good job. Even though, right, they trying to humble themselves, you still got to keep an eye on them because they still thinking. They still thinking away on how to get a piece of that. How to just how to just entice. You know what I'm saying? You know how these strange women, how they be trying to sometimes when they come in your presence, right? They will turn over to you and give you that fake little smile too. You know that smile, how they be like this. So why are you looking at like that? Why you smiling like that for? You ain't even show no teeth. You just it's like, come on. And then a few minutes later, then you see her itching and scratching and licking and doing all that. That's why you gotta pay attention. They be trying to act real humble. Right? The enemy try to act real humble, man. You gotta pay attention. Those that walk in wickedness, they try to act real humble. That's why I spoke on what I spoke about on that video. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, man. Man, K getting hungry, man. What we gonna we still lit it, man. We still lit it. He says, see, then he said, it is on us to create a better place in this world, also, at least for the ones who agree with being a servant for the Almighty. Yeah, it's about breaking bread with the body, right? If you're not in the body, we ain't really too concerned about you, really. It's not, and it's not being disrespectful. It's not like we don't care, right? Because you still give a little bread, you still give a little crumbs, to the enemy, if they out here looking pitiful, you pity them, right? Man, here's a piece of bread, man. Like, just go about your business, man. Here's a box of juice. Here's a little bag lunch. You know, you ain't coming in my house though, but you take this bag lunch and go about your business, man. Real humble. I had to laugh real quick, man, because they be out here trying to scavenge the things that you got. You know. Yo, Christo, what's good, man? All praises to the Most High, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. What up, Hans? Oh, you got work tomorrow? Oh, that's hey. Just want to say what up. Hey, appreciate that, man. Man, get some great rest. Get some great rest. Yo, salute, 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 salute. What's good, Johnny? Yes, sir. So be it, so be it, so be it. Let's go, Con. I got approached from a stranger my last night, straight eating my huh? Yeah, man. That's how they be moving. They be trying to humble themselves in your sight. It's like we know the scriptures, right? We know that they're gonna try to cling on, right? Cling on to the garments, right, of Yehuda. We know that they're gonna try to grab onto the garments to get drafted in, but that's not how you get drafted in. You know what I'm saying? They be out here trying to act real humble, but we still having this type of mindset that they just trying to scavenge it. Like they really beast of the field. They just man, they just looking for something to eat. For real. And when you set apart, we are looking pretty edifying. Like we are looking like, you know, a 3-piece chicken breast, light on the salt, extra sauce. With some pita bread on the side. I know we looking real edifying, but still take this bag lunch and this box of juice and keep it pushing. You feel me? We not out here about to give you the whole prep. You know what I'm saying? Crazy out here, bro. Crazy out here. They crazy out here. Hey, but it's good to see you out. Hey, also, nah, I'm gonna just talk to you on the email. Yeah, yeah, I ain't trying to get too personal. You already know what time it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, Danny, I got that coming for you too, man. Yeah. He says, see, Danny said, really happy to be here. I love building and having a group of like-minded brothers who stand on goodness and are here for each other. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know, that's why I said what I said in the beginning of the live because I had a comment on my latest video that I released where a gentleman said he was trying to endure my lives, but I don't be staying on topic. I'm like, if you go on live, we do stay on topic, but we still breaking bread with our brother. So if a brother have a topic that he's trying to get some clarity on and he needs some clarification, then we always gonna talk about it, right? That's what we do. And how Aaron said, it's a round table. Everyone got a discussion. Like unless YouTube, start, stepping up their game, and then I could drop links down and people could hop on with different boxes and we could all just talk on a live, then, so be it. But, right now, it don't seem like that's the case. So I'm gonna read these comments because when a brother, types something, he gotta get his comment read, man. That's how we should be moving out here. Yeah, they always looking for a strong man. Real talk. Real talk. They always looking for a strong man. They always looking for a strong seed. Tell you, they some gobblers out here. They just be gobblers. They the word is they're just shooters. You know how the book says, you know, those that don't have, like it's talking about men though. It's in the book of Sirach too. It says, never trust a man that doesn't have a house, or like a man that doesn't have a possession, you know, because he's always up and down the block, truding with heavy feet. He don't know where he's going, right? And that's why I says, you know, when you find a wife, you find a good thing because you get a possession. It's like a hedge where you're able to lay your head down on. Like you're more secure, you're more stable. You don't got to really worry about too much. But that's not to say that all men move like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because you know we all live and set apart. So we talking about the women too, because women feel like this book don't apply to them, right? They feel like this is a sexist book because it talks mostly about man. You see, it is about the man, right? Because the first man didn't have his wife on lock. You know, he let her run around the garden butt naked, you know, looking for fruits, looking for snacks. He had her running around the garden looking for some snacks. She was looking for something to eat. Look at that. See how it all plays? Looking for something to eat. Shame. Shame, bro. Shame. Yeah, I ain't gonna dog this meal. Hey, hey, Jay, hey, you was doing that live. Calm down, calm down, young man. It was this live. I forgot the title, bro. Hey, bro, you was dogging that meal, bro. No mercy, no mercy. I was probably an egg and cheese sandwich. An egg and cheese sandwich with a cold drink and a snack. It was, it was dogging that meal. That meal had no mercy. He had no mercy on that meal. Like that. Hey, for like 4 minutes straight, man, he was dogging that meal, bro. Hey, but you know, Shabbat Shalom. It's always peace and love, man. It was a good live though. I was rolling on the back end, man. Hey. This my food. You just had a smoothie. You want some potatoes? You get a little bit of potatoes, but hey, man, don't be pressing me like that. All right. So go right there, man. So at this point, we know the difference between the enemy voice and Almighty voice. Yeah, that's 100%, 100%. All right, hold up, fellas. I gotta take a little bite of this meal, man. You know your body starts shaking. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. Mm. Mhm. Yup. Here we go. This is too much glare in the background. Yeah. There's a lot of strange jokers out here, man. A lot of strange jokers, man. Telling you, strange. Can't expect too much in the times you're living in right now. You really can't. Really can't. You just gotta keep, walking that walk. Forget the talk and just continue to walk that walk, man. Continue. Because the majority of people in this world, they living in this copycat system where they will mimic someone's whole entire blueprint. They will look at someone and think that they getting money. And when we say getting money, I mean, not physical money, but we just saying getting to it. That's the kind of, you know, phrases that we kind of use when, we in the gym, you getting that money with that bar, dumbbells, you getting that work, right? So a lot of people they live in this copycat kind of thing where they want to put on a persona to look like, they real or look like, they about something, right? When the whole time they not really about anything. They don't even have substance. Can't even hold a conversation without them talking about rap music or talking about the next man or the next woman or something like that. Can't expect too much. So it's just a lot of strange things out there, man. It's like managers. It's crazy. And this is not something that we saw at a young age. You tend to see this like later in life. I never saw these type of things in my teens or anything like that. I started seeing this in my 20s, truthfully, like about like 23 going up. I started seeing a lot of strange things, man. I'm like, dude, soft. You come out to California, you 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 start seeing how certain people get down, you know. And now anywhere I go in this world, I see it. If I go to the south, I see it. If I go to the north, I see it. You know, I see it. If I go to the east, I see it. It don't matter. You know, people out here strange, man. Never thought a day in my life. I'll be like, I'll see dudes, acting like a broad. Straight up, acting like a whole broad. Oh yeah, we present, yeah. Microphone charge, phone at a good percent. We here, man. Yes, sir. Hallelujah. hmm Here with Uncle K getting good eats. Got the good background boom bap. It was just one time, right? I was headed to the shop where I get my oils and stuff at, right? Oh yeah, Danny, man, look, you might have to for the Kofies, right? You might have to go to the you might have to probably go on Amazon for those. I get those at the oil spot where I'm at. Hey, why you retract the message, man? I was about to get to it. You gotta put that back down, bro. That's why I need them comments, man. That's why I like these lives, man. We chime in, we drop that heat, and I and then I got another topic on another one. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, but them koofies though, we won't get to that comment though. But yeah, to get them koofies, they sell some on Amazon. Probably got a bundle. I know me, the koofies I have, they don't fit my head no more. So I gotta get some different size out here. I gotta get a different size. Yeah. Just look on Amazon too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Still gotta get those fringes too, man. Still gotta get those fringes. Yeah. They got some in a 4-pack, but like I said, I'm still gonna get those for you. I'll still send them out. He said, what's up, son? You want another potato? All right. But yeah, you been wanting to check these dudes be acting like females. For real, bro. It's like something like I know we're not easily triggered out here, right? But it's just something about seeing a man that's supposed to be full of testosterone and being masculine give off that type of presence, give off that type of softness. When dudes be out here just looking extra soft, man, it's like sometimes when you go live at the PF, and how these dudes be talking like they got too much salsa in they food. You know, they be having on them little pom pom shorts, little tank tops, hand on their hips, talking crazy. You be like, bruh, I don't like being in the presence of these soft dudes for real. But I hold my peace. You know, it's real though. It's really real. Especially when you see a dude out here acting feminine, like why would another man give another man choosing signals? It's like, what are you looking at, bro? You feel what I'm saying? When dudes be doing, they be like, yo, what are you looking at, bro? Like, yo, stop looking back this way, man. If I run up on you with this gallon of milk, hey, can I laugh? Can I laugh, son? Can I laugh? Run up on you with this gallon of milk and truck you, bam. You be in line to check out, bro. It'd be like 5 people in front of you. This dude over here with his broad, whatever situation he in, this dude acting real glittery and real sweet. He talking to the female he with. He looking over his shoulder. You like, yo, what's this dude looking at, bro? Man, it'd be crazy. Hit this dude with this gallon of milk real quick. Make him wake up, man. He probably need to go back on his mother. Get some more breast milk. He probably grew up not on the breast milk. Probably grew up on the Kool-Aid. He was a little man. Mama used to fill his baby bottle with Kool-Aid. Had him full of sugar. For real. They said my only thing is I'm afraid I'll get one that's gonna be too small. Yeah, you can always send it back and get that return slip. But I suggest get one that could stretch. That's the next one I'm gonna look for, one that could stretch. Yeah. He said if you're on that time, then do your but don't come to Yahuwah's son with that. Yeah, for real. Don't come over here with all that. Man, my son, man. Every time, the thing about little ones, man. They be having their own food, and then you come with a big plate, and they want some of your food too. Crazy, man. Hey, but you, but you wasn't drinking that Kool Aid when you was an infant though. Some of these jokers, they be out that Kool Aid when they infants, be in that baby bottle with the nipple and all that. Trying to eat my carbs like you hit a full body. All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Look at your cognitive functions. What I tell you? Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Come on, silver. Oh, praise to the Most High, yeah. Yes, sir. Blessings upon everybody, right? Mm-hmm. That's a big fact. That's a big fact. Even though all this strange activities going on, it's like you still got peace regardless. Mm-hmm. Never letting that go. Jokers out here, man. You know, that's why I say, you gotta pay attention to your enemies. For real. Some people like putting on this crazy. It's just funny when you see people putting on this front, that they go hard. They be walking past so many other people that's weak, right? When we say weak, just by base how they display themselves, they just look weak. So those that walk, in that wickedness where they looking for bloodshed, they looking for to harm people. They be looking at people all over the place, like trying to intimidate. Right when they come past you, they look, but then they look away fast. It's like, yeah, we not playing over here, man. We're not playing over here. A lot of these street dudes, they like putting on this fake persona, like they go hard. They may be like two or three people thinking like, they got that work, but that's not how it works. When you with a set apart, man. We live on that scripture because they think that we're supposed to be passive. They think that we just supposed to take a beating and just move on with it or something like that. Like that's that probably happened to the Christian, but that don't happen to the man that's not a religion. You feel me? I'm gonna say that again. That probably happened to a man that claims that he's a Christian, but not a man that knows that he's set apart by the Most High Yahuwah through his son Yahusha. It's much different. It's much different. They be taking them scriptures out of context, man. You got a whole family. You gonna let a man run up on you and smack you up and down the block? And you talk about, yeah, man, just keep smacking me up and down the block. God, what? These dudes out here that be professing Christian, they don't know about semen retention too. They don't know nothing about practicing, you know, righteousness. They want to be seen for their righteousness. It don't work like that. See, Castor said, bro, withdrawals from PMO was such a pain. So you got to put PMO away. It's like, it's not healthy to put something away temporarily and then run back to it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna give you an example, right? And this is a harsh example, right? It's like this, right? You're using the toilet, you defecate, you don't flush the toilet, right? You close the lid every 5 minutes. You run back to the toilet and open it to look at it, and then close it again. You go back, look at it 5 minutes, look back again. It's only stinking it up more and more and more and more, right? So, look, that aspect is like you keep going back to look at filth and waste that needs to be flushed. You hear me? Has to be flushed. Most High said in His word, if you're walking with Him, no wickedness can come your way. Right? It's a reason. It's a reason why when you really got your mind and your heart set on the Most High Yah, it's a reason why things get shut down in your presence. It's a reason why when women try to come at you with lust, it's a reason why they get shut down and they can't keep on, you know, batting their eyelids at you and keep poking their lips out, arching their back towards you. It's a reason why after a while, they just shut that down. It's a reason why after a while, you I was about to say you stop getting attraction, but that's never gonna stop. But you get controlled attraction, right? Just like the scripture stated, right? They like to showcase self control or humble themselves, but they still thinking about it, right? So you're gonna have to flush that because once that's gone and gone, bro, it's like It's just it doesn't make sense to go back, bro. That's why every man should just get a woman. You know, no need for you to go back in the world. You feel me? Lock it down. Like, get married, and then you got a good thing, and then you can still practice semen retention. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna neglect the love making aspect, but you still not gonna release. You feel what I'm saying? You may go every 2 months, then you might, get your action in, but you still not gonna release. It's about balance. You know, it's about balance. Cause I had some joker ask me a question. He said, "When you're married, do you edge with your wife?" Edge with my wife? I don't consider that edging, bro. People don't know what that term really means. It's like we're not edging on anything. You know, do I edge with my wife, bro? Hold on, let me take a bite of this food and get to the comments, man. All right, I'll give you another potato. You gonna get in that kitchen and make your own food? Huh? Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, this lifestyle becomes second nature after so long. Yeah, it's like it's like let me think of something. It's like something that you always gotta have on you, like something that's just a part of you, right? It's like the same way that your heart beats. It's like something that just automatically gets done. It's yeah, it's just second nature, man. Something you don't think about. You wake up in the morning, you like, I gotta make sure I'm doing this, I'm doing that to get to this point or to keep retaining or something like that. Because in the beginning, it's like it's very entertaining when you have not lived this lifestyle. It's very entertaining. You may be watching 50 different content creators that is just talking about it, and you just so hyped. You're like, oh yeah, yeah. But after 5 years of living this life, like you don't care about that stuff no more. Actually, more than 5 years. Yeah, you don't be thinking about that stuff no more. You be like, this ain't even entertaining, really. I mean, it's like sometimes it's like it used to be entertaining in the beginning because it was like something brand new, but now we do it on a level to bring clarity to those that are walking this walk and they need somebody that's real mature in it. Because a lot of people not mature in it. A lot of people not. Yeah, so many times to reprogram our minds and hearts is amazing. Yeah, that's what repent means. Repent means to change your mind. You can't be a heathen out here, going to Sunday service and talking about, forgive me, I keep repenting every Sunday. Sunday. Nah, bro. I don't know what these jokers doing. Talking about forgive me every Sunday. Bro, once you repent, you turn your mind away from it and you just keep it present. I don't know what's wrong with these individuals out here, man. Walking around wearing crosses, going in Sunday service dressing like a Backstreet Boy. These females be going to these congregations looking like the Pussycat Dolls, dressed up, looking all crazy. Jezebel, harlots, you know what I mean? A whole bunch of Ahabs, all different type of nonsense going on, man. They crazy. But yeah, Cash, you gotta put away that PMO, man. For real. Get a lady in your life. Put in some work. Says, yeah, constantly telling ourselves we want to be the best. We want the best life, and we don't want to do, or we don't want nothing to do with uncleanness. Absolutely. Hey, young man, where's my water at? My water, yeah, where's my water at? Oh yeah, you can't reach on the cabinet. All right, pardon me, guys. I'll be right back. Come on, Yosef. Come on. Come on, move to the right, man. Come on. Ah. Man, Semen turns into man. Them little ones, man, they be all up on you. You know, my son be stuck to me like glue. I mean, he's a product of retention, of retaining too. I hold on to this man for like 3 months. Like 3 months getting to my wife. And I was like 2 years ago. Through the whole pregnancy, the whole birth, you know, still held on. Ain't that right, son? What? Ain't that right? Alright. He said, yeah, we become clean in the sight of the Almighty. That's right. So we proclaim victory. We survived through so much in this life already. Man, sometimes, let me tell you something, man. I be thinking about them days in New York, man. Wintertime, you know, wintertime, extra cold outside, man. You know, they had a 24-hour subway. I'll be at that subway trying to charge my phone. You know, I was working at this warehouse, man. I wasn't trying to pay to, rent out these little motels and stuff like that. But yeah, I had to do what I had to do, man, because when it's cold in the East Coast, you know, you don't have a house, you don't have shelter, man. You gotta really hustle, man. So like I be thinking about all those hardships, man, and it'd be real beautiful because man, it's just be beautiful, man. You know, because you have such a drive. When you really working towards something, you got to drive. When you hungry for it, you ain't worried about what other people doing. You got something to really push forward to get to a destination, man. It's like it's beautiful. He said, "Yeah, that don't even sound right, man. Do you educate your wife? That don't even sound right." Oh yeah, eating that mac and cheese right now, chicken and mac and cheese, man. Man, I was dogging that meal on that live, man. It was no mercy. So like he had an egg and cheese on a roll. Man, I had a cold drink and a snack. It was looking at the camera. Oh yeah, yeah, that's what it was. It was that ice cream. Hey yo, that dude. I was like, but he probably just had a gym brew. Yeah, he probably just had a gym brew. Just had a gym brew. He was like, yeah, he was dogging that meal, bro. What's up, Yosef? Do some push-ups, man. I want to put you to work. Do some push-ups. Hit the mat right over there. Over there. Don't do push-ups on me. Let me get 5. Come on. I ain't say 5 squats. I say 5 push-ups. Okay, I understand. You still learning. It's all right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you learned 2020, right? Mm-hmm. I think I learned about this like 2018, 2018. Yeah, something like that. 2018. Crazy, man. It didn't take somebody, telling me about it. It was just like sometimes you get sick and tired of sick and tired. You just like, man, I want to just put away iniquity. I want to put away that weed, put away that drinking, put away feeling like this. And you just like, I'm gonna just stop everything. When you stop everything, you just start everything just start enhancing. You just start breathing in different. You know, the life just feels different. Now I start getting into them scriptures, and then it was a game changer after that. Game changer, game changer, for real. Yeah, it's a different kind of cold in the east. Yeah, for real. 10 degrees, sometimes negatives. Yeah. Hey man, over there. Come on. Yeah, man. You survived NDE one time. Motorcycle accident, 2015. Oh wait. Dang. 2016, broke. Dang. Broken left humerus, bone snap. Sheesh. Man, unconscious for an hour plus. Man, I know that was painful. Hey, that pain knocks you out. Like, lights out. Yeah, that pain right there. That pain, that's unbearable now. Whoo, bro, I can't even think about that, bro. Certain pain that you haven't experienced, man. Hey, that's why I stopped skateboarding too. I used to do ollies and kickflips off 8 set stairs. Bruised the heel of my foot, but it didn't break. And after a while, bro, I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna just chill. You know, skating for like since I was 13. I think I stopped during my 10th year of skating. I was like, yeah, I ain't trying to break nothing. Yeah, I ain't trying to break nothing. But yeah, bro, that's crazy. Oh yeah, just had that arm dangling. Definitely not a good feeling. Yeah, we still in the building, Aaron. Still in the building. I'm trying to finish this meal. That's right. That arm came back. But yeah, you see what I was saying though about these lives, right? It's like these lives is about the topic, but these lives are about the brothers as well too. Y'all get on here, y'all talk about what y'all got to talk about and get off your chest, man. This ain't no platform where this ain't no TED talk. This is a lot. But I appreciate him though. I still appreciate him for supporting the content. You know what I'm saying? Just I gotta get that clarified. At the job right now, security guard. Hold up, security guard. Oh, security guard quit, so you gotta work on the Shabbat. Man, you were supposed to. Oh, you were supposed to. Wait, was he was supposed to believe you? Probably, huh? He's supposed to probably believe you when the man done left. They be doing that sometimes, man. And then the supervisor asking if you could stay later. Man, Oh, he just quit, had no one to cover. Okay. Yeah, it'd be like that. They call the only reliable dude. See, we reliable. Hmm. The reliable ones. Hey, that don't mean that we disobeying the commandments, though. Uh-huh. Most High watching everything. He checking that heart and that mind too. Unlike the heathens that just go clubbing and partying. Man, I got up in that line. I was just getting some waters, getting a little produce, some provisions. Had this grown dude kept licking his corner of his mouth like a broad, bro. I'm like, what's going on with this man, bro? This man been hiding all this time, bro. I've been going to that store for a minute now. I ain't never seen that activity. Maybe it's because I started switching my clothes. Start popping out with some different colors. Everybody all reacted all crazy now, bro. I got Shorty in the back. When I walk in, she gotta run over and take a sip of water. She running over in the corner, take a sip of some water, and then come back. Like, oh, oh. Hey, those babies start coming out with my bowling shirts, man. Come out with that silk. Had that chest busting through that silk. Hey, yo, what are you doing, Yosef? All right, I'll give you another potato. Come on. You know what I'm laughing at? Come on, eat, man. Yo, bowling shirt with the slacks. For real. Hey, be careful on the next bite. Hold up. Hey, be careful on the next bite, bro. Man. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You gotta get that it's a Honda big motorcycle. Okay. It's a you had like a sport one before that you was like going super fast or something like that back in them days. Now it's all about now it's about driving wives now, drive comfortable. You got to drive like you in your 60s now. Hey, listen, son, you all up on me, bro. You making my food cold. Oh, you think it's funny, huh? Now, if I grab that belt, you ain't gonna be laughing no more, are you? All right. Yeah, man. Bring out that bowling show with them slacks. Huh. Put a little cinnamon on. Put a little myrrh on. And be like, wait, hold up. Like, what happened? I thought he'd just be wearing track pants and a regular t-shirt. Why he dressed up? What's going on? What's going on? Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Yeah, whatever you wear, man, when you it just shows through clothes, no matter what. Didn't I tell you go over here? Come on. After I'm done eating, we take you a bath, all right? All right. Yeah, that's what be getting the females too, man. When you get all strong, you look like you could carry something, well built. But that still don't give no man no right to be acting like that though. These men out here filthy. These men out here get drunk, start doing some strange things. Cause in the times we living in right now, a lot of men are lovers of men right now. They be fanned out on when they see their favorite celebrity or whatever. They be fanning out. Feel like they about to drop down, like they in the presence of the Most High. They be fainting and all that around these jokers, man. I'm like, that's weird, bro. They be dropping for these dudes, bro. And then you got that. You have a whole different type of effect though, because they don't see you on TV. They don't see you on no ads, no commercials, no billboards. You ain't doing none of these little. Think of a phrase. You're not. You're not. You're not any in any of these circles doing any of these little they practices. You ain't down with any of the, you ain't doing no oaths with none of these people. None of that. You ain't doing no sacrifices, no rituals. You ain't doing none of them type of strange things like these jokers doing to get that type of acclaim and presence. That type of stuff is demonic. That's how when they see you, you giving off that righteousness. You giving off that. Right? That's a whole different type of like light, you know. For them, they moving in false light. They moving in darkness. That's why it's like it's wickedness. You know, when they see you, you give off that. You give off the same type of status that they're trying to give off. You give that off, but it's only amplified to a higher degree, right? It's just they don't know you. They haven't seen you on television or anything like that. You know, they really trying to rip off everything inside. That's why they get like that. It's like they really trying to like rip their garments off, something like that. Hey, they be acting crazy, bro. I was crossing the street. I was crossing the street after I left the gym sometime last week. It was the light, the walk light. It just hit yellow. As soon as I got to the crosswalk, it hit red. Then the lady stopped real quick. I'm waiting across the street. She's standing there like couldn't take her eyes off me trying to cross the street. I'm like, bruh. We walking past. We now the light turned green. We walking. She looking at me like walking past me the whole time. Like she was like I'm like, sheesh. Told y'all, man. They looking for something to eat, man. They lucky we don't got a stage. They lucky we don't got a stage. Cause we get up on there, we just start talking. You know. Hey, first of all, you know how the you know how the Most High, how he sounds, how they say his voice is like raging waters. You know, man, by us being made in his likeness, taking on his righteousness, man. We say one thing to them, it be so strong, so strong. I know they hear us. You got that. You walk with that walk and everything in you, man. A lot of people they got that. They got that hunt effect. That's what you do. You give people that hunt effect, right? And you make them say, "Huh," even when you don't say when you don't even say nothing. You walk into the spot, they, huh? You say, "Pardon me," they, huh? He say, hey, pardon me, pardon me. Do you know where I can find a peanut butter? Huh? Huh? You walk in that room. Well, I got that good lighting. Huh? What is he doing here? Oh no, it's the chosen one. Yeah. So yeah, it was okay. It was the sport bike before. This one's a motorcycle, like the Harley looking bike. All that like nice and low with it. Nice sit back, nice and low with it. Still contemplating if that's what I want to do. Still in the air. Yeah, because when you're doing the right thing, sometimes you feel like you could get yourself something nice, but then sometimes you be like, ain't even that important. Yeah, those natural fragrances like cinnamon. Yeah, that's right. You got to be stocked up on them oils, man. We don't got no more. Listen, it's been years, bro. Got to stay away from them synthetic pheromones. They be out here at the stores, man, packaging these colognes and perfumes with all these synthetic pheromones, man. And a lot of these designers, they on that other side. They sweet. They got too much frosted flakes in their diet. So if they bring in something to the masses, like some cologne, like some Calvin Klein, some whatever, they sweet. So they promote it in a way to push that lifestyle. And they have a lot of men out here spraying that on them. And when I go about my business, and some dudes sprayed on some heavily cologne, and I might be in an elevator, and I'm just like, yo, dude, smell crazy, bro, smell crazy. Because the thing about it, somebody asked me in the video when I said alcohol reveals you. It's the reason why I said that is because alcohol in general is correlated with spirits. And a lot of these things, if you live in an unclean lifestyle, right, and you spray yourself with alcohol, that opens you up, right? And I feel like the Arabic word for alcohol is like broken down as al-kuhol, right? And that means like evil spirits. So it's like this language that we speak is not our language. It's the language of the heathens, right? This is not our language. So of course they took words from different places and try to put it together to make it mean this and mean that, right? The Most High winks upon our ignorance. That's why we try to speak as proper as we can to try to examine the words that we use wisely. But in these colognes, man, they spraying that. It's a lot of different things in there. It's a lot of spells, a lot of witchcraft kind of things they conjuring up in these bottles, and they want you to spend a pretty penny for it. Nah, I'd rather go to the Ock and give me a $10 oil that's gonna last me like 4 to 5 months. Give me a big frankincense and myrrh. Give me a cinnamon. Give me a rosemary. Give me a musk. Give me them natural ones. I don't want nothing that say Gucci. I don't want none of those. I just give me the regulars. You know, just give me the regulars. I want to smell like some lavender. You know, I smell like some rosemary. For real. Smell like some eucalyptus. For real. Smell real good. Yeah, even certain females be in competition with you. Real talk. In the gym, man, they be acting crazy. Like they be in the gym, hands on their hips with their little suit on or whatever, doing their workout, acting like they outworking somebody. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Chill out. Stay in your lane, bro. These, and they be out here looking all vexed up with attitude. Crazy. Let me put my phone on the charger real quick. I'm at 6%. Hold up. No water up. Comments funny. Hold on, man. Let me chew my food real quick. All right, come get a potato. Come on. After I give you this potato, give me 5 minutes. All right, come on. I'll go over there. Wait your toys. Give me a second. But yeah, man, they be in competition with you super duper heavy. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Why be in competition with another man, like, when you being a female? You see, these days, they're taking on it's a spirit behind that, right? Because they don't accept a man no more. And these are mostly the liberal kind of women, right? That they feel like whatever position they got in life, right? A job or something like that, they feel like because they probably working in an office or something like that, they feel like they at a high standard. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Because other than job placement, it's more so an agenda what's being pushed right now, right? For the woman to be after the man. But you do see a lot of these same broads, they be with soft dudes. So it's a reason why they act like that when they be around a man that's giving off that strength. That's a fact though. Because when you're giving off that strength and that power, you know, you shut everything down that's not moving accordingly to how it's supposed to move, right? That's just how it is, man. If somebody's moving properly, then they will acknowledge your presence in a sense, even though you're not looking for it. But if you're not, if you're moving in falsehood, and you come around an individual and you real within yourself, you following real ideals, you following the Most High. You got a head, which is Yahusha. You in them commandments, you in them laws, them statutes, right? You cleaning up your etiquette every single day. You working on yourself day in and day out. The Most High said He will do good work in you until the day of Yahushua HaMashiach, and you believe that wholeheartedly. So you're not doing faith without works, right? Because we know that's dead, right? So you're doing all these things, and when you come around individuals that's living in falsehood and thinking that this is what's making them get what they want to get when they're around individuals that don't have the same ideals that we have, you know, they be walking with those individuals. And then when we come in the midst of them, it's like, you know, we make them tighten up a little bit, you know, and they be trying to act like, you know, they in higher positions or you know, they be trying to give off this type of aggressive mentality, right? It's like, okay, just the other day, right? I'm in the gym doing some tricep push downs, you know, I saw a free machine, but I had to make sure. It was some female right next to the machine. She was doing some leg kickbacks with the cables. You know, they always working on their glutes. And they come to the gym with a tight two-piece on, right? She working on her glutes. You know, after she finished the set, I was like, pardon me, anybody using this? She threw her hands up. She was like, no. I'm like, I think I need a badge. Officer K came in the building. She thought I was about to be like, you got any contraband? She threw her hands up. No, officer. No, officer. No. No one's using it. I was like, all right. I appreciate that. She was like, oh. I walked over to her. She heard that bass drop. You know how them dudes, they be at that concert, they be like, when that bass drop. Woo! I walked over there with that base I said, pardon me, man, anybody using that shit? Officer, I didn't. Officer, I didn't do it. Officer, I didn't do it. I'm sorry. Voice sound like raging waters. All praises to the Most High, bro. All praises. Got that same effect, man. You know, when you speak, man, you know, you shake them up a little bit. Yeah, alcohol does make a fool out of you. It's straight bugging. That's right. Bugging mad hard. Yeah, alcohol is still heavily pushed. Yeah, in a lot of different things, man. A lot of different things. Shampoo, conditioners. That's even like beard washes, beard fragrances, down to hand soap. You feel me? Down to hand soap, down to body washes too. Everything got. If you don't read them labels, the majority of everything got alcohol in it. It's like they just want you. It's like, you know, they want you. And then you wondering why you got these strange thoughts. Why you feeling like this? Why is this thought creeping in right now? I didn't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that should tell you. It should be a sign of self how bad it is for you. That's right. Yeah, you see them like they seen a goat. Oh, come again? Real talk. They got that effect, man. Huh? Huh? Be like, pardon me, listen. Before you say I'm looking for the peanut butter. They still gonna say huh? I'm like, come on, bro, you ain't hear nothing I said. You ain't hear nothing I just said, huh? I gotta fill up my thermos with water. I'll be right back, guys. Shabbat shalom again. Shabbat shalom. Let's go. Should have bought some apple juice, right? Want some water? That mean yes? Say yeah. You got that Rawag, we natural stars. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. A lot of these heathens, they done took oaths and everything like that, and they trying to get a star on the ground. They trying to get a temporary star on the ground. What kind of nonsense is that? Got these jokers be walking around Hollywood looking at the ground, talking about, ooh, look at that name on the ground on the floor. And they be over here posing, taking pictures on the floor. I'm like, these dudes stupid. It be people on the corner pissing, urinating all over the block and all that. You know, and a lot of these heathens come from Europe. A lot of these, bruh, they come from all different types. They come from all different types, man. You know, it don't matter. All different types. They be looking at the floors when they walking out there. Talking about, oh, look at that. Let's take a picture. Come on, man. We walking with that light, for real. High beams on 24/7, 365. Hey, 365. Hey, yeah, 365. Yeah, 365. Yeah, 365. Yeah, hey, on the daily. Hey, 365. Hey, on the daily. 365. Hey, on the daily. 365. Hey. So I feel like English put a lot of languages together and made it English. Yeah, they did. They did. Because when you go into the etymology and you break down certain words and their meanings, it all stems back from different languages. You got Greek, you got German, all different languages. They go back. Still wondering where I could find a good oil spot. Yeah, probably definitely where you at right now, man. They probably don't have them type of shops. Cause you know, when you go further up north, cause you further up north, a lot of people don't like build. Take your time. Take your time. Big melting blocks of people don't like merge in cities. That's why LA be having like a mix up a lot of different things. Yeah, when you come out here, we'll hit up the Crenshaw district. Come on, man. Breathe. Breathe. There you go. Alright. Yo, I came in the building. Shalom. Shabbat shalom. Good to see you. Good to see you. You said facts. Hold up. Let me scroll back up. Yeah. Hold up. Wait. Oh, sorry. He said, yeah, that authority in Yahusha. Absolutely. We got that authority, man. We got that authority. Hey, think of it like this, right? A lot of times we don't gotta even lay our hands on people to make their spirit jump. Whatever spirit they got on them, we just make it jump just in your presence. All right, we got the Mashiach as our head, bro. As our head. When they came into the midst of the Mashiach himself, they dropped. Oh, please don't cast us out yet. Come on, bro. If he's our head, he's walking with us. That's why I'm telling you. That's why I don't be thinking about semen retention like that, but it's still pivotal to speak to the man about it. Because he's gonna get to a level at some point where he knows that this is scripture, right? It is scripture, right? But then when he knows that, he's thinking of deeper spiritual meaning, right? Through the scriptures, through the Mashiach, right? Through wisdom, which is your kin, right? You know what? Let's put a hold on that food. On that other food, you know, the potatoes and the beef. I gotta make my salad too. I be taking my time eating my food. But we about to eat this word real quick. About to eat this food real quick. So, hold on. Yeah. All right. We're gonna pause real quick, right? We're gonna read the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 15. Right, we're gonna read this real fast. Well, not really, really fast, but we're gonna read it with authority. All right. We load this one down quick. All right, the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 15. It reads, he that fears Yahuwah will do good, and he that has the knowledge of the Torah shall obtain her. Now, when it says her, what's he talking about? Wisdom. Wisdom is considered your sister, your kin, right? Right? It's knowledge, wisdom of the Torah. Right? And as a mother, she shall meet him and receive him as a woman married of a virgin. Ooh. Ooh. That means wisdom coming to you with that purity. See, wisdom is pure. Tell you. With the bread of understanding she shall feed him and give him water of wisdom to drink. Now y'all know why when y'all just be still in deep meditation, deep thought. Y'all may be soaking in some sunlight. Maybe y'all might just be sitting around feeling the breeze for a minute. Pew, 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 pew. Bang, 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 bang. You just be coming in randomly. You be like, oh, I know that. Oh, I didn't. Oh, wow. I used to see it. Yeah. I used to see it. I want to get the Hallelujah scriptures too. That's gonna be the next one I get too. The Hallelujah scriptures. So yeah, that's the reason why, right? It says so. 3 says the bread of understanding shall feed him, and give him water, and give him the water of wisdom to drink. So when your mind is set on the right things, you know, you get a little bread, you get a little water, you like, man, I'm just sitting still and I'm getting all this understanding of things that I never got before, or even reading, or maybe watching a YouTube video of a man or a woman or whatever, or a bot or whatever, or AI channel or something like that, trying to talk all intelligent, trying to give you some game. A lot of the game you already got because wisdom is giving you bread and water already. It says, he shall be stayed upon her and shall not be moved, and shall rely upon her and shall not be confounded. She shall exalt him above his neighbors, and in the midst of the assembly shall she open his mouth. She shall find joy and a crown of gladness, and she shall cause him to inherit an everlasting name. But foolish men shall not attain unto her, and sinners shall not see her. For she is far from pride, and men that are liars cannot remember her. Praise is not seemly in the mouth of a sinner, for it is not sent him of Yahuwah. So I've been meditating on Sirach 12 and 15, right? Because you see right here, right, how it says praise is not sent. Praise is not sent, right? From sinners, right? So sometimes, if sometimes, like, we don't be paying attention though, but people that be walking in iniquity be trying to give you all these compliments. You know, they be like, oh man, yeah, I see you, man, yeah, man, yeah, you looking good, man, yeah, you know, trying to act all hip and spunk, you know. I'm like, it didn't come from the Most High. It didn't come from him. Relax. Let me jump in like that. He said, for praise shall be uttered in wisdom, and Yahuwah will prosper it. Say not, it is through Yahuwah that I fell away, for you ought not to do the things that he hates. Say not, he has caused me to err, for he has no need of the sinful man. Yahuwah hates all abomination, and they that fear Elohim love it not. He himself made man from the beginning and left him in the hand of his counsel. If you will, this part about to get nice. He said, if you will to guard the commandments and to perform acceptable faithfulness, he has set fire and water before you. Stretch forth your hand until whether you will. Yo. Power. Power. Before man is life and death, and whether him likes shall be given him. For the wisdom of Yahuwah is great, and he is mighty in power and beholds all things. And his eyes are upon them that fear him, and he knows every work of man. He has commanded no man to do wickedly, neither has he given any man license to sin. That's a fact. I had to read that real quick, because that wisdom is sharp. Pardon me, son. Over here. Yeah, y'all willing. I'm gonna take 2 days off. Y'all willing? 2 days off from the exercise and just, get a little healthy. Get a little healthy. Yeah, we shake up the room, that's a fact. Makes you comfortable, we don't indulge. Alright. There's let's see. Kenan said, there's an unspoken war in masculinity. I was watching a really old movie and asked myself, why aren't men like that anymore? Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's a quiet war, right? They dismantle the weak man slowly, right? If a man has a crumb of weakness in him, he gets dismantled piece by piece, brick by brick. It's a silent war. That's why you're seeing a lot of people out here, got broken down already. They broken down, out here wearing purses. I'm talking about it's a handbag. A satchel looks way different than a purse. Get that clarified. A satchel looks way different than a purse. Men out here wearing purses, pocketbooks, for real. And they wanted to say Gucci on it. They wanted to have some type of brand on it. Like that makes it more masculine, something like that. So when you was bulking for the first time, you was forcing yourself to eat. I personally think if you're first going on a bulk, you should just eat more of the foods that is healthy for you and you like, Because sometimes, people force themselves to eat things that they don't like. And it don't make sense. It's like if you like a mean peanut butter banana smoothie, why not make a lot of it? But not like junk and trash like ice cream. Well, not like, cookies and chips and all that non-stop. Nah. So you're 100% right. We don't get excited over compliments. We just all right. Shalom, let's keep it pushing. Right. What's your concern about it, really? Like when I was in the gym the other day, and I was like, let me just see what kind of pump I got, because I do full body even at the gym in the house. So, I did a full body. I did maybe like maybe maybe 6 to 8 sets per body part. Peeled off the t-shirt, pumped in the mirror real quick. Dude next to me was like, turned his head, was like, "Whoa, you're huge." I was like, "Man, you got some huge arms." I was like, "Appreciate that." Just kept moving. It's like dudes be in the gym on their phone all day. Yeah, Danny, I think I'm gonna do that gym rant. What are you doing, sir? Where's your pad? Where's your pad? Where's your writing pad? Where is it? Where? Is it in the bin? Not that. Where's your writing pad at? Where's it at? That's not it. Where is it? You're lucky you're a little man right now, son. Just don't think for 1 second I will not bow your neck down. I'll let you breathe a little bit now, but yeah. Yeah, if you're not a set apart man, yeah, then there's no need to be in this chat. Let's go. You on them early. On them early. Let's go, let's go. Hold up, I'm catching up to the comments. Hold up. Yeah, it's such a blessing to eat food for vitality and feeling the vitality after the meal. For real, bro. You eating a meal, after you eat a meal, you shouldn't be like, what? Bro, I'm eating this beef right now, bro. I'm feeling everything priming back up. Because I'm going to have me a little salad after this. I'm going to cut up some of the cucumbers, probably put a little Himalayan salt on it. You know, I'm going to just have me a little cucumber snack. You know, finish this gallon of water. Yeah, that sounds nice, man. That sounds real nice. Shabbat shalom once again. Sound real nice, man. Yeah, hit that like button. Yeah, they're all an abomination to the Most High. Yeah, Yahuwah, facts. It's like I'm at the store and I'm seeing this grown man. I don't even know, bro. He probably in 50, probably in late 40s, something like that. I get up in the line, man. This dude, he licking his tongue from the corner. He licking the corner of his mouth, licking the corner of his mouth every time. I'm like the next one in line. He ringing up this dude, right? He got his head down. He got his head down like this, but still doing the lick in the corner. I'm like, what's up with this man, bro? It was one time I came up in there and he was like, what he said? He said, yeah, he was like, you ain't buying no water today? I was like, nah, when I get back. He's like, oh, you going to the gym? I was like, well, that's the first time anybody ever talked to me about the gym. It was this other dude that's in the, he was like, yeah, man, I know you ain't smoking no weed. You always, he's like, I know you be working out. I was like, yeah. But other than that, it's like, when they see your build, they just already know what time it is, man. You yoked up, you know? Yoked up with Yahush. Get straight to the Father. For real. He said eBay got a lot of good essential oils, cheap, healthy amount. Okay. I'll check eBay too. Some of these places, man, they be adding fragrance to it. I ain't rocking with that though. That's why I like hitting up the op that got the stuff. That be extracting it from the source. It's like I got black seeds. And from the black seed oil, I got black seeds itself. I got those too. I might throw some of them, and just chew on them. Hey, listen, over here. I know, son. I know. I feel like something about the studies. They say the umbilical cord of a child is actually developed because of the father. People be thinking it's about the mother all the time. Nah, man. That's why it's very pivotal for a father to be in a child's life. Drink. You said drink distilled water. Hey, give me, yeah, man. Distilled water got its own, uh, like if you're trying to, I guess, flush out or something like that, because distilled water have no minerals. It has nothing in it. I'm gonna eat some raw garlic. I've been eating raw garlic nonstop. I got a raw onion too, but yeah, I'm gonna eat some of that garlic. You know, uh, onions. It's crazy, man. When you be doing research, bro, you be like, what the? Like onions inhibit DHT production. That's crazy. So James 3:7 says, but the wisdom that comes from the Shamayim is first of all pure, then peace loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. Yeah. See, that's wisdom. Wisdom come at you and give you all them things, man. It said, look carefully in how you walk, not the unwise, but as wise, making the best use of time, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand the will of Yahuwah. That's a fact, bro. James is such a great book. Like, even though James in that it only has what five chapters. It's such a powerful book. Still, that's one of my favorites to read sometimes too. It really is. Yo, Tiggs in the buildings, man. Yeah, make sure y'all like that live. Yeah, strange clothes made by strange men. We don't partake with these individuals. That's right. That's right. We got that classic look. Polos, baggy tees, you know, jeans not tight. If you're still wearing skinny jeans, you might as well say that you got on leggings. For real. Put them skinny jeans away, man. Those out here wearing skinny jeans. For real. Hold up. I might have forgot already, Danny. I forgot what I said I was gonna do. I forgot. I'll be taking my time scrolling, so I might have to speed it up. You said moving sloppy outside is one of the most irresponsible things men can do during these times. Yeah. Walking with no vision. Oh, in the gym? I said something about the gym. What I'm gonna do in the gym? Oh, let me think. What else I was gonna do? Yeah, I don't even remember. I think I said full body. don't know. Full body. It was something I said, huh? Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, in the gyms, I don't be paying nobody mind like that, really. I just come in there and get my money, man. Oh, the gym ramp. Yeah. I'm gonna do the gym ramp. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about some things. Just point some things out. Cause it's a different ball game when you're in the gym and you're not wearing headphones. Your phone hasn't came out not one time during your gym session. And sometimes I'll be training for like an hour and a half. For real, full body, hour and a half. No phone. Just putting in work. Drinking my water. A minute rest. Getting in that work. Yeah, the gym rat, yeah, it was gonna be funny. It's a funny topic. For real. you could clown so much things going on in there, man. Yeah, if you're wearing skinny jeans, if you're on SR, you're working backwards. That's a fact. 2X lifestyle. Yeah, I might need a 3. But that 2 though, like when you get it from a good brand, that two hit different. You gotta get that 2X in the tall section. Da da da. Da da da. Hey, they been making these shirts talking about big and tall section. They just be overweight. You feel what I'm saying? They be overweight. When you look at the big and tall section, the models they just be overweight. But when you yoked up and you put that 2X on, and you see the forearms from the side. Jeez. It's gripping that barbell, you know? Maybe that barbell work. Yeah, you're absolutely right too. Cause it's like it's like no matter what, if you got good muscle tone, everything's just gonna pop. You know, the back be looking real humpy. All them humps on the back. Bang, 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 bang. And that still getting me kind of mad though, because these dudes be acting super sweet, you know, and you be yoked up, and these dudes be acting real sweet. It's like, why dudes be out here licking lips and doing all this, man? You ever had a moment where a gentleman wanna exchange a few words with you, and while you're talking to him, he's over here like licking his lips? I'm like, what you doing? Cut that out, man. You be trying to hold still, man. Like you see everything, man. Everything, man. Hey, mister, I'm trying to hold my plate. You all up right here. Remember, we're gonna take a bath after I'm done. Come on. Come over here, sir. Thank you, sir. I just want, you know, man. That's why we just count it all joy and we just laugh. We have a great day. For real. Yes, sir. Potatoes giving you energy, huh? These potatoes high in potassium, man. High in vitamin C, man. Absolutely. Golden potatoes. Let's go. Good. Good. said, I see some dudes in the gym take their shoes off. Such and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Take off their shoes and socks when they lift. Bruh. Stay away from them dudes. For real, they take off the socks too. I don't know. Just a lift, huh? Take off the socks and the shoes. Hold up, bro. Yeah. It's too funny, man. I saw somebody, it was like 3 dudes on a Smith machine. Yo, it was 3 dudes. It was 3 dudes on the Smith machine benching, right? The dude had 1 plate. That's not even the full amount of weight on a regular bench. He was struggling to get it up. He had 2 dudes pulling it up, helping him pulling it up. I'm like, on the Smith machine? 1 plate? They was all amping him up. Come on, come on. He was pulling it up. Oh, come on. I was like, what the heck y'all doing, bro? I don't know, man. I don't know. Cause you know in these commercial gyms, they always trying to show out on some odd way. You know what I mean? Out here rocking headbands and bringing their iPads and tripods connected to fitness. Watch. What? Yo, that's weak. Yeah, that's crazy. They in the gym watching a podcast just to get a workout. That's crazy. They trying to learn how to work out while they're working out. They might as well should have stayed at home and play with the resistance bands or something. Come on, get up. Had the tripod with the iPad. He gonna get a 6-month ban at the gym. Can't come back for 6 months. He gotta work on his etiquette. For real. Yo, I really just finished hitting full body, man. I really went to the store. Had that testosterone through the roof. I get in the line. And these dudes be out here, you know, acting super sweet. Shalom Aleichem, bro. Peace be upon you. Let's go. Let's go. So, yo, man, stay away from these sweet dudes, man. You know, please and thank you. You know, thank you for your services. I don't need no receipt. Have a good day. You know, just keep it smooth, man, because a lot of these dudes, man, they sweet, man. Sweet. It's crazy. Crazy. They don't even push weight. They be doing deep breathing on the yoga mats. Starbucks lattes. For real, right? They coming with them shorts all the way above their kneecap on the mat with squats, talking about they doing mobility work. They doing mobility stretching. Looking like a broad. Looking like a broad on a mat. What's up? Mm-hmm. Where's your water at? Right here. Come on. Drink a little water. Come on. Alright. Stay hydrated. Yeah, no receipt. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. For real. They be looking a little hurt. This is crazy, man. It's like we don't mind it when like the natural order of things is giving you that. But we don't care though, but we don't mind it though, you know? When you walk into a spot, you know, and females are very receptive, you know. I had a whole moment, right, where I was at the store and I was doing something, right? And I was in line. The way that this woman treated this other dude, she's talking to him rude, giving him no eye contact, nothing. Didn't even say have a good day. I was like, ooh. I got into the line, I said, how you doing? She's like, I'm doing good. I'm like, it's good. I said, you know, I'm here for this, I'm here for that, but I'm wrong. She went and got it for me. Very respectful. Very respectful. I guess she saw my conduct, you know. She was already looking, though, I ain't gonna lie. She was already, you know, looking and whatnot. And, you know, she was smiling and told me, have a great day. I'm just like, it's just different when you see men that's not moving set apart compared to men that's moving set apart. And women that's moving feminine compared to women that's moving masculine. Like, it's a whole different reception that you get. Come on, sir. Come on. You trying to deadlift my thermos. Whole different type, man. Whole different type. You know, they super respectful, very responsive. You know, because you giving that off already naturally. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, you definitely can't fake it, for real. He said, facts, even at my workplace, I always open the door for the females, but they the type, if you behind them, they gonna close the door on you even if you lift heavy objects. See that right there? Yeah. It's just our conduct, right? We're very respectful. Some people be like, oh, our type, sometimes we look like we're rude or something like that, just because the way that we move and press, but you know, we very respectful. We stand on business. You know what I mean? And we treat others how we want to be treated. That's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. We're almost done this meal, son. We're almost done this meal, man. Hold on. Go ahead. Let me get one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Yeah, that's a fact. Even if she's a harlot, yeah, we open the door. That's a fact. Even if she hardly be open the door, she be trying to humble herself. She be like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And be like, yeah, of course. She never thought in her life. Because we make harlots scared. We make them scared. They know they be scared. They be scared. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here, too. Get my little man cleaned up. Still some sunlight in the sky right now, so sun is so set going down. Had me a good meal. Got me like about 140 grams of protein in already for the day. Probably might eat in like 3 or 4 hours. You know, take it light. That meal was about 74 grams of protein, 2 patties, whole pack. Grass-fed beef, some yellow potatoes. I'm gonna bust down that cucumber a little later. Bust down some of that garlic. Absolutely. Yeah, Ox, I'm gonna start going live a little more often now since I got my microphone. I just didn't charge my phone up all the way, but you know, it's charging right now. So the next live we have, I'm gonna definitely go live. I'm gonna definitely go live when my phone is fully charged. Yeah, so I don't gotta charge all the time, and I can have a mic just kick back, you know, just chopping it up. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hey, man, what's going on? But yeah, I'm feeling way better. The cold is almost gone. I'm starting to hulk out a lot of the cold from my chest. You know, spit it out. Feeling great. I don't have any more headaches. You know, my body temperature is feeling pretty good. Yeah, we just still got to make sure that we getting our rest, though. It don't matter, you know, that we live and set apart. We still got to rest, you know. So, Shabbat Shalom, you know, to the 12 tribes. Yeah, y'all continue to have a blessed day, a Baruch day. Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah. Through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother, UncleK. Oh, dang, y'all saw that? And I appreciate y'all for tapping into another one. All right? Y'all continue to have a blessed day as well. See y'all soon. Most High willing. But for now, peace.